What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of the Athlete Zone podcast. I'm your host, Kay, and I have my co host, Jason, and we have a special guest, 3-time All American and current CFL pro quarterback, Cameron.
Appreciate y'all having me on here.
No problem. How are you doing?
Doing great. How about y'all?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Could you tell us a little bit about you and your journey to the CFL?
So, just a little bit about me. I was born Louisville, Kentucky. Grew up in Shepherdsville, about 20 minutes south of the city. At the time, it was a small town area where I grew up. Got into football when I was 6 years old. So, been playing ever since. Shout out to Cedar Grove Vikings, my little league team. It got me into it. And then I went to high school, played 3 sports, football, baseball, and basketball. Just through that, I just developed a love for the game. And then my junior year is when my recruiting process kind of like really started to heat up a little bit. And then along the way, I built a great relationship with Coach Oliver, who was, and Coach Pal Miller at the time, who was with Lindsey Wilson. They developed a good relationship with me and gave me my only written offer to play college football. So ran with that at Lindsey Wilson, and with a good recruiting class, or great recruiting class that we had come in, we all just put our heads down and worked and had some great success at Lindsey Wilson. And, I owe that to my teammates around me that helped me get to where I'm at today. And then once I got my first pro opportunity with the Indoor Football League in Las Vegas, where Coach Mike Davis and my agent Farrell Elliott, kind of just helped me get the ball rolling on getting new opportunities out of that league in the Indoor Football League. So very grateful for my time there, and now we're here with Toronto.
From Kentucky to Canada, how has the transition been for you?
Yeah, I keep telling everybody the same thing here, that it's a little bit of a culture shock because I grew up next to farm areas everywhere in Kentucky. Went to Lindsey Wilson College, which is more farms, and now I live down in Navarre Beach, Florida, which is the beach, and it's nothing compared to where I'm at now. But I'm grateful for the opportunities and the experiences that football has given me. So I just I kind of embrace the fact that I'm in the city now and try to adapt as fast as I can. So it's been nice. I love the city.
So what are your biggest pieces of advice for NAIA athletes that might be looking to get opportunities with the CFL, or even indoor league teams, saying that you played in the indoor football league?
Yeah, so one thing that I didn't really understand was, the benefits of getting an agent. And as soon as I was able to sign an agent, I got some advice from guys that were in similar situations as me. And, they told me to go to the NFLPA website and look through their CFLPA website and look through the list of agents that they have. And, sometimes you got to do your own work and go at it from that angle. Like, I had to reach out to about 300 different people through emails or text or calls, and I got about 10 responses, and only 2 of them were ones that were positive responses. So, it only takes one set of eyes to really believe in you and give you that chance. But at the end of the day, my biggest piece of advice would be to just believe in yourself and, keep your head down, sacrifice and work. And, the work that you put in, I believe, is what you'll get out of it. So I think that there's times and places to, enjoy what you're doing and off the field and everything like that. But at the end of the day, you got to sometimes sacrifice the things that you enjoy doing to really do the tedious work that's involved with becoming the better athlete that you want to be.
How did you stay motivated through the process?
For me, it was just the fact that I knew what I wanted from a young age, and I never steered away from that. I wanted to be a professional athlete. I wanted to play football at the highest levels, and end up getting into coaching when I'm done with this. So I keep my head down on what my goals are. I stay focused on them, and I remind myself what those goals are in times that you might feel like you don't want to keep going. And like I said before, you just got to believe in yourself. You got to stay motivated from, internal, not external. So, you might not get as many yeses as you want, but it only takes one yes.
How has your journey made you a better competitor?
Yeah, I think it just keeps you hungry. I didn't have the experience of playing at the bigger schools and having the nicest facilities in college and having the resources that a lot of people did. But I think that made me, you know, I'm not going to say want it more than people because you never know how much somebody else wants it. But I know that it made me want it bad every single day to make it. So where it was the work that I put in. It was inevitable that I could always say that I had no doubt in doing what I did because of the work that I put in. So if I got the chance or not, I thought to myself, like, I would leave no doubt every single day that I was going to put the work in to get there.
So with the CFL becoming more prevalent, a lot more people looking into it, trying to get that opportunity. What is your advice on like how the culture is? Like, how would you explain to someone the love that the fans have for their city's team?
Gotcha. Yeah. So it's crucial. I mean, everywhere you go, you know that you're going to go into a great atmosphere in different stadiums. And I thought that's been one of the coolest experiences for me is playing in front of such a big crowd and big electric crowd. And it's every single game. Coming from a small school in the NAIA, we didn't draw tens and thousands of people. So going into a game where I'm playing in front of 20,000, it's a cool experience for me to say that, I've been able to do that. So yeah, I think that what I would compare it to is just like an electric college atmosphere. Like, I guess you'd consider like one of the bigger D1 schools. Everybody is so passionate about their team here in the CFL because I mean, there's not many to choose from because of the limited number of teams. But Hamilton, our rival right down the road. We got people that live in Toronto that are wearing Hamilton gear and shouting "Go Tigers, Go Tiger Cats" as soon as you're passing people on the street. So it's a really cool atmosphere, and I think it's something that the fans are always going to be passionate about and support their local teams.
With Lindsey Wilson and you being a staple in NAIA football history, what's one moment from throughout your college career that you remember?
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I think the biggest thing is, honestly, winning that national championship and the fashion that we did it. I always tell people that I personally think that we have arguably the greatest team that's ever played in NAIA history with that team, and because of the fashion that we beat teams the way we did, week in and week out. But the way that we did it was, through believing in our coaching staff, believing in each other, and building a bond with our teammates next to us every single day, whether that was being on the video games at night with each other, or going out and singing karaoke at the local pizza place down the street, or just hanging out in each other's rooms. I think that was something that I'll carry with me forever is those bonds that you build with the people around you.
What would you say to the naysayers that believe that NAIA football players aren't really worthy of a chance at the next level?
I mean, to me, it's just give us a chance and find out. Like, I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, there's talent. There's talent out there everywhere. I mean, I've played in multiple pro leagues now and obviously in the NAIA, and there's talent comparable at every position that I've played against in that league. I mean, it is smaller college football, but at the end of the day, there's talent everywhere. And I think that people need to start evaluating us as players in the NAIA the same way that they do other players. I mean, we should have our own pro days that the NAIA hosts, in my opinion, that we don't have. So I think that that's kind of a shortage to us as players because we have to, ask other teams to let us come in and just have the opportunity that everybody else is getting at the bigger schools. And then, a lot of the times you're denied that opportunity. And, I just don't think that that's a really good shake for for the players that are in the NAI, and I think a lot of people get overlooked because of that.
I was actually going to ask you that. Well, do you think an NAIA pro combine is doable?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that with Coach Jasper over at Bethel. You know, he thankfully gave a lot of us in the Mid-South Conference an opportunity to come in and showcase our abilities in front of people. And, you know, I'll always be grateful for him doing that for us. And, you know, I still have a relationship with him today through, you know, that opportunity and, you know, him just being a great man. And, yeah, so I think that all conferences can just come together. And if you don't want to do a huge NAI one, why aren't the conferences doing it, you know? So at the end of the day, we got to start looking in the mirror as an NAI and saying, you know, we got to do something to help these athletes get the opportunity that everybody else is getting, because that'll bring the attention that the NAI deserves.
Exactly. That's what I was saying when we had our first episode. It's doable, but maybe you need to split it up between conferences. So it's not as much money, it's not as much manpower, but it can be worth it. I know schools have access to teams and scouts, so just have to put the plan together.
No doubt about it. And if not that, then these big schools need to start letting us have a chance to come in and compete.
What does the future hold for you? I know sometimes, a lot of times, football can be uncertain.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm going to keep playing this game as long as I can. You know, and when the opportunity's there for me to play, I'm going to play. I love this game more than anything, and you know, this is a part of me. It's who I am as a football player. You know, so I'll always carry that with me, and any chance I get, I'll always be grateful for, and you know, give my all and do what I can to play. But once this is over, you know, I plan on continuing on with my business that I have in Florida with training athletes and expanding on that, and you know, get into coaching at some point if you know that's where it takes me. So I'm just going to play out and enjoy the time that I have now playing. And then when that time comes to an end, I'll you know, see where I'm at.
For my last question, what sets you apart from other quarterbacks?
I think the biggest thing is my ability to improvise and you know, make plays outside of the pocket, inside the pocket as well. You know, I think that's a tool that I have that I just developed growing up, playing in the backyard with my friends every weekend, and you know, just doing what we did as kids growing up, and utilizing the ability to, you know, just have fun playing the game like I am a kid again. So, you know, I just like to enjoy the moments that I'm having on the field and realize at the end of the day that this is just a game that we're playing and have fun with it. And then aside from that, I think me being a multi sport athlete has helped me with, you know, different tools that I can apply to being a quarterback, like the different arm slots that I had to use in baseball and, you know, the quickness that I had to use on a basketball court. And I think that all ties into helping me be an improviser.
You hear that, everybody? Multiple sports is a good thing. I.e. track, baseball, basketball, soccer. It can be used in football.
I agree completely. But I will say this, the one advice I will have for young athletes is to get in track.
I try
from a young
all
age.
the time.
That's the one regret that I have growing up, is that I did not run track. And I wish like crazy that I would have, because when I started doing my pro day training, I developed such a love for learning how to sprint and just track and field in general that, you know, it haunts me to this day. I was like, man, I wish I would have got into it early, because just learning how to run is so important.
I ran track in college, and I'm a trainer as well. I train in Pensacola, and
oh, no kidding. I'm in Navarre Beach.
Oh yeah, you're real close.
Yeah.
I train football athletes all the time when it comes to their 40s and just movement in general. I tell them, if y'all ran track or took the summer to develop speed, you would be so much faster, quicker, flexible. It would help.
Yep.
I just wish more athletes really knew that.
Oh yeah, it's a PSA that needs to be put out.
Most definitely. Thank you for being a part of the Pro Series.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I appreciate y'all, doing what you do for the NAIA athletes. I'm hoping to continue to grow my career and create opportunities for guys like me that come from the smaller schools. So I can't thank y'all enough for doing what y'all are doing.
Of course, thank you.